Georgie coming again. One Roma macho coming again. One Rossi Tisha coming again. Now they walk on treasure coming soon. Better move. Say you're better move your move. It's about to get away. Pulling back to get away. We coming again. Who wanna roll CDC coming again? Who wanna roll job? We are coming again. Who wanna roll Mama Joe? We're coming again. Up in the roll CDC coming again. Now the whole country giant coming so. Better wanna roll. Say you're better move your more. Something I'll make you away. When I get away. We coming again. We first go win the scheme. We coming again. Coalition for democratic change. Now the whole country champion is coming so. You better move on the road. I say you better move your road. You keep raising your way. Better get away. Yeah, say I'm money go, I say I come at the black, go corridor. Yeah, say I'm money go, I say I come. Tisha shake your body, Tisha shake your body, I don't shake your body, Tisha shake your body, Okay, good evening again, and welcome to another edition of the program, the CDC Hour. The CDC Hour is a top provocative program on weekdays, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6:50 p.m. The CDC Hour is a program that digs deep into the activities of the Congress for Democratic Change and its activities around the country. Today is April 16, 2025. Today we have a guest. He's Mr. Kokolo Bovo, a staunch member and stalwart of the Congress for Democratic Change, former representative candidate, District Number 2, Montserrat County. Mr. Bovo, good evening to you and welcome to the program.
Okay, let me say thank you and let me say good evening to the family of Kiss FM. Let me say good evening to the manager, Ibrahim Gossian. Let me say good evening to the National Acting Chairman of the Mountain Congress for Democratic Change and the standard bearer and the former president of this country, Mama Liberia, a man who stands for peace, a man who stands for his people, a man who I consider to be Jabel in the Bible. When you read First Chronicle chapter 4, verse 9 to 10, you will hear about a man called Jabel, but we'll go to the story why I name him now. I consider him to be a Jabel of this nation.
That man's going biblical from the beginning of the program. So, who is Kokolo Bovo?
Kokolo Bovo is a citizen of the Republic of Liberia. He's Loma Batra from Lofa County, from Zero time. But I grew up in Zozo and went to school in Ganta City. I graduated from the Messiah Christian Academy in Blakistan. And he's worked with the Ministry of Finance, worked with the Labrador Drugs Enforcement Agency as a controller, worked with the Ministry of Justice as controller, and commonly known as Big Sam, the popular name is Big Sam, a CEO of the Big Sam Academy International School System, and a former representative candidate of District Number 2, Montserrat County, and a strong citizen.
So, Mr. Bovo, from the inception of the CDC, CDC was founded 21 years ago, since 2004. And this party has lived for 21 years, very much cardinal in the labor democracy of the country. You are one of the stalwarts of the party, but uh, just in recent times, the party, the CDC, probably being the first political party in the history of Liberia post-war to have launched a due payment drive intended to drive its partisans to pay their financial commitment for the sustenance of the party. And I saw you were very much ecstatic at that program. You pay your dues. And so, what was your impression about such a program on last Saturday?
Let me first of all say a big thanks to the family of Kings FM. I'm so impressed to sit down in a comfortable seat the this. This is my first time entering here. Let me extend this my thanks and appreciation to the manager Abraham Gossian. Let me tell you, Abraham, only God will actually bless you. There's no pay for you. You know why? Where people that enjoy the comfort of the former president, that enjoy the benefit, the high West Sign 91 verse 1 say, although I abide under the shadow. People that abide under the comfort of the former president, Dr. George Manuel. I live in there where the struggle time, there where we are seeing a young man who say, I'm going to take the bullet, who say, I'm going to take my bazooka, I'm going to go on the front line, where people are escaping from the front line. Here is a young man who they call Abraham Gossian, is on the front line. Let me tell you, I listened to him on a daily basis. Every time I listen to Abraham on a daily basis, I feel comfortable. I feel no hunger. While I'm hungry, I just listening to the young man, my stomach and just get food because this man is a true friend, a lawyer, a true representation that they call a loyal person. This guy, I don't know which planet he's from. Because where there's no enjoyment, where there's no juice, there where you say, yeah, indeed, I will stand for the person, yeah, indeed, I will fight for the person, indeed, I able to go on the front line for this person, where there is no money, where there is no car, where there is no enjoyment, where there's nothing. You say, yes, this is the time I decide to fight for this person, where there is struggle. We want to say a many thanks and appreciation to Abraham Gosson. We want to say a big thank you again to the standard bearer and the former president of this nation, who I consider to still be my president. Who I consider from the day, let me tell you, from the day I love this man and I believe in this man, from the day I lost or we lost election, because myself I lost in my district and CDC at large we lost. From the day we lost, I decided to be more closer to this man because I saw this man that what he did, no politician can do this.
So, Big Sam, let me call you like that.
Mhm.
On that day, on that fateful day on Saturday, President Weah uh, declared, I mean, he solicited an olive branch. He said, for those of you who may have left the CDC for different reasons, he said, I urge you to come back home, to come back to your party. That was that was a bold declaration. Like many people, I mean, CDC being a movement, people started it. Some of them are now with the party today for different reasons. Some of them may have left for variety of reasons, like I said, and some have also come to fill that void. But the president is calling for a radical, fundamental overhaul in the membership to welcome back people who may have left the CDC for different reasons. So, what was the impression about that powerful statement from President George Weah?
Let me tell you this, man, when you talk about wisdom, this man, when you talk about grace, and you know, the Bible says, can two work together except they agree? They may have one of the leadership, this man, one of the men I have called to lead this party, which is Anthony Janga Ko, the IT chairman, with the wisdom that they two people have. We know that CDC come 2029, CDC is going to take state power because let me tell you, CDC, we have observed, we have understand, we have noticed, we have realized our mistakes. Let me extend this my gratitude again to Jeme Jangaku for that brilliant idea. You know, the former president have decided to turn the party to the party uno. What am I trying to say? Turning the party to the party uno, meaning the party have decided to pay their due. There's a saying that say, where your money is, there where your mouth can go. Every partisan now feel that they have their own party because they know that they are contributing a dime, a nickel, a 50 cent, a 10 cent to their party. So now everybody can sit there and say, yeah, I'm a partisan. Now, you know what bill a country is tax? You know what bill a church we that came from the Bible side, church is bill boosted from tithe payment, contribution to the church, sacrifices. So now CDC decided to take over to tell the ruling party that indeed we are prepared with the mistakes that we made, with the confusion that was between us. We have come back together to recalibrate. This is why we are saying every month, every CDC, and we have come on the radio station to speak to our conscience, to speak to other partisans, that no one should corrupt their mind. There's a saying in the Bible says, a evil communication corrupt good manners. Evil communication corrupt good manners. What am I trying to say? My brother, there's no one can corrupt my mind now for President George Manuel. We are former President George Manuel. There's no one, because I'm not sitting down with you, including my mother said the day you talk bad about President George Manuel, trust me, you will not get support from me. Because I believe in this man, because I know this man is the only man that will change this nation. That song that labor sang say, God sent. This man, let me tell you, one good thing that you cannot compare in the whole wide world that we are in. You can compare age, you can compare property, you can compare account, you can compare color, you can compare height. One thing you can compare is grace. When you read First Chronicle, chapter 4, verse 9, going to 10, chapter 4, verse 9 to 10, Jabel Morotoin said, Jabel, I call you Jabel because you are more honorable among your brethren. There's no one into presidential politics that had grace more than Joshua. There's no one into presidential politics that is well known nationwide, worldwide more than Josh Manuel. There's no one into politics, presidential politics, that has the nation at heart more than Josh Manuel. When you go to verse 10, you say, what Jabez was praying for, Jabez was always praying that his territory should be enlarged. And this is what we find in this man. This is what we find. Look at Nana. They pack them just where we're buried. Look at the road. People come here, the any people project, they say that their own project. People come in the any people vision, they say that their own vision. Remember, where in this world 2029, if enough free ride you come and give to Josh Weir, where in the world you compare a cool with a Josh Weir? Where in Africa say you go Africa, no one will tell you about cool. But I saw you, Pastor, say I'm from Josh Weir country. People will tell you gave way to you. So where in this world you compare a George Weah with someone in that brought into politics? If a man who does not have grace, who does not have God in him, will not get country off for less than 20,000 votes, you will not believe, my brother, the day George Weah were able to congratulate Joseph Boakai. My brother, I fell on my mattress 4 times. And I decided, I said, no, I will not identify myself. Why would the men do that? Would the men do that? But at the end of the day, the Lord spoke to me, say, this man is the only man that will protect the peace of this nation. And today, we are seeing it. You know, there's a song, the person say, Benga word, who you want? We sat down here, we had the best president. We have the best man who could lead this country. to the next level. We that bro, we say we never wanted Josh. We are at the end of the day today, we have chosen our own president. We have not gone 2 years. Let me tell you, CDC lost election in this country 2019, 2018, 2019. Now, United Party has lost election 2024, 2025. My brother, right after 2025, we get to 2026. Anything United Party do, they will never get nation, power, state power in the country. We lost election here 2018, 2019. That's why you saw in the senatorial election, you saw what happened to us because of the mistakes. So that's why we are calling upon us citizens to recalibrate. Every mistake that we made, we are trying not to fill in the gap. We are trying to call one another. We are trying to tell you, say, don't sit with people who will talk evil about George Weah. The Bible says, an evil communication corrupt good manner. Your party is your party. Nothing is bigger than the party. No one is bigger than the party, and no one is more than the party. So we are encouraging our friends, we are encouraging our brothers, we are encouraging our sister, we are encouraging our uncle, our auntie, we are encouraging every one of us, our mothers, our father, to come back to the party because everybody was disenchanted.
So
Down to the former president was disenchanted.
So you bring us back to a place in the president's speech where he said to the older people, he said your wisdom is still needed. To the young people, this party is your future. He said to the women, you got to take ownership of your party. And so on the basis of that, on that day, on Saturday, we saw long queues at the party's office of the grassroots movement, the national grassroots people who own the party, standing in queue and paying their dollars. And what brought sorrow to me was the fact that an old man, a disabled old man who was in a wheelchair, he went and deposited $5. He said, this is for 5 months, and this is for my party. This is for my party to get financial independence so that we cannot depend on individuals' pockets. So that sent a powerful message. It is a statement. It was a statement by that old man. Imagine in his condition, he was able to make available $5 to register for 5 months. And what did he say? He said, before the 5 months elapsed, I will have already gotten another 5 months or 6 months to pay, or probably the last 7 months of this year to pay as a due. When those kinds of people are going to the headquarters and making such a powerful statement that spoke through their contribution to the party, how do you look at that? Because those are the people from West Point. You know
what that speak to you, and you are talking about someone who was in wheelchair. On the eve of the program, which was on Friday, I saw old people that came from Vamuma. The old lady then I sit over there, and they were in line. And when I went there, every day at the party headquarters, when I went there and I saw them, the old man and say, my son, we came to pay our due because our son used to send our beggar Rex. Our son used to send our beggar Rex. But the man are there now, he can't send or any other thing. So we are come to pay our due for us to bring him back because we're mixing him. And you know what sense to you? What sense to me was when you read Isaiah 38, verse 1 going down to 6, there's a story man they call Hezekiah. Hezekiah and Prophet Isaac. When God sent Prophet Isaac to tell Hezekiah that his time is over, in short day, Hezekiah could put God into remembering and to him say, God, with all what I have served you, with all what we did for you, with all what I did for you, I serve you with perfect heart, with clean heart. It is how you are coming to take my life. And when Hezekiah reminded God, the Bible says God sent Prophet Isaiah back to tell Hezekiah that he's going to add additional 15 years to his age. So what am I trying to say? People have already made all their mistakes. They are telling God that God, we made a mistake by breaking the man they call Joseph Boakite. The old age man who does not have vision, man who does not have this country heart. Let me tell you, there's a saying that say a the age of Methuselah does not have nothing to do with the wisdom of King Solomon. The only thing that can build this country is wisdom in our just we have.
So after the launch of the due payment at the headquarters, people are still clamoring in the districts and requesting the party to to decentralize the activities of the due payment because there are some of the women, some of our old man, let me say it like that, our papa then, who may not even have mobile money. Some say they want to pay cash delivery to the team. Some are saying they want to pay mobile money. Some are saying that it is very tedious to go to the bank to pay. So decentralization of the process is what they are clamoring for. So what is your advice to the national leadership of the party concerning that? Because I think I overheard that discussion yesterday, but I want to know your
We
perspective.
have 73 districts, right? Or districts in our country. So we are advising the IT national chairman to decentralize and look for the various district offices or look for a suitable area for every district to have a point policy. The thing they call liquid money is slippery. We are advising the IT national chairman, people should not give a cash to anyone. We should open a mobile section. We should open a mobile because the people are hungry, the people are taxed to pay their due for this party. The people just want for 2029 to reach, to just escort their beloved president to the mansion. The people just want to hold the day, the time. Let me tell you, if some people were like God today they will look at today to be 2029 for election. People want to vote with their might, and we are encouraging people that high government work, people that were appointed, people that job were given to them. This is the time that the party need them. This is the time that the party want to see them. This is the time for them to give their loyalty to the party. This is the time for them to do their contribution. So we are asking them not to only leave the party with the former president and the IT national chairman. We want to say we all have to be around them to contribute to rally around them. Let me tell you, unity is powerful. Unity. Unity is powerful. CDC is what all we have. During my campaign speech when I was going around, I told people, let me tell you, if you can't vote for me, vote for Josh Weah. Because we have stigma. And the stigma that we have, what we were saying, we knew that. For me, I didn't regret it. For people to, when I hear people saying, oh, I regretted what Joseph. No, I didn't regret it because I voted against the regime. So I would not regret it. I expected this, so this is why I voted against them. I voted against them because I knew they were coming to come. The nation were coming. The nation. Let me tell you, the Bible says, if the righteous rule, what is the righteous that rule it? You expect Joshua to be the righteous because here is the man. The Bible says in Matthew 6:33, the Bible says, seek he first. What the Bible is trying to say, put God first. Joshua put God first. Look at the church. I attend the church almost every second Sunday. I'm in service. Every second Sunday, I am in service. Look at the church. The main thing of God first. He put God first. He said this thing, I will build hawks for God. I will put the horse of God first for Joshua. Joshua say, I will put the horse of God first in my life. And he did. He did. Let me tell you, anyone that go against the man, you will fall. Because when you read Psalm 105 verse 33, the Bible says, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. So anyone touch this man, you are bound to fall. Mark it.
So again, let me ask you a question. There are people. There were people on Saturday, even prior to Saturday, and after the due payment launch, and even now, who are criticizing the process. Uh, why citizens will have to go and pay money to their party? I mean, it is. it is not their party, but they are much more concerned about why seditious are paying money to their party. What do you have to tell
Let me tell you, when you
those
go
kinds
on
of
the
people?
field, right? When you go on the field, the team that will be lazy, that know they were not able to win again, they can be the first to start fighting because they want to disrupt the game, that the game will be over.
We did it.
Yes. When you go on the field, those that know that they will not win the game, Unity Party know that they didn't win election. They know that Joshua is a man of peace. Where in this world someone will say they win election with 20 less than 20,000, my brother? You think the people don't know? They both know that they don't. Let me tell you, here is the man who went on Benson Street. You know what Joseph Boakai is doing now? Joseph Boakai is acting like, when you read Daniel 3 verse 14, go read down Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, right? With King Nebuchadnezzar. When God honored King Nebuchadnezzar, King Nebuchadnezzar decided to erect his own God. And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego said, no, we cannot bow down to that God. We understand the God that put you there. And at the end of the day, to summarize it, he decided to punish them. That what Baka is doing, the same people that put you in office, he went down there to Benson Street to try, and he still have the number. And when he went there, he went to go buy, he was buying like a man Big Sam. That the way Big Sam can go buy over there, and the people just serving the same way that how he was served. So he looked at it and said, no way, the people there, I need to take them from here. The next day you saw it. You read on
Oh yes, I saw that. The
you saw
president,
it, and PCC went, and MCC went, and just cleared all of them
and evicted
from them.
them.
So, I challenge you, put Josh we are here today, for God's sake. Put Josh we are on Broad Street or Asmon Street, and put Boakai on Broad Street, and put Josh we are on Asmon Street. You will see the number of human beings that will be on Asmon Street, and you see the number of human beings that will be with Boakai. Boakai does not have the people. Boakai does not have the number. Josh we are, when you talk about human machine, when you talk about men who bring human being up, when you talk about men who bring the crowd up, it is Josh we are.
Okay, so we are almost halfway in the program, and so this information is just coming. The Supreme Court of Liberia, we appreciate them so much. They have issued citation for their ruling in the Bill of Information on next week, Wednesday. That is the 23rd of April 2025. Next week, Wednesday, the Supreme Court, having served citation to interested parties or the conflicting parties, they are going to give their final ruling in the Bill of Information on next week, Wednesday.
Well, first of all, do you know that? Do you know that?
It is just an announcement to the public. But I think you were waiting on that, right?
Yes,
you were waiting on that. So, but that's what the Supreme. I mean, that's the news coming out of the Supreme Court.
It is not old news. I mean, new news that we're going to hear. You know that Kofa is still the speaker, because there's a man that came out say he's a regime speaker. He didn't say he's a speaker for the nation. He said he's a regime speaker. So he only a speaker for Unity Party. He's not a speaker for the nation. So it is not new news that we're going to hear. We're going to hear that the case is in the favor of Kofa. And on the 23rd is a historical day. What makes it historical is the 23rd will start receiving results from Nimba County to prove to Unity Party that one of the 30 candidates that CDC is supporting is going to be a senator of Nimba County. On the 23rd, we'll start celebrating. On the 23rd, we'll start carrying Speaker Kofa back to the speakership. On the 23rd, we will start to reconfirm Speaker Kofa. So on the 23rd will be a historical day for sedition. On the 23rd, I urge all sedition to there drink their good juice, not wine and not liquor now. Just drink your cold water and eat good. Don't get drunk that day, because you are going to celebrate. Because on the 23rd is a celebration day for us. On the 23rd, just listening to your radio, because you are going to see, and I'm urging every one of us to be at the Supreme Court, to start celebrating, to start jubilating. I urge all the women to carry to buy one lapo and start allowing Kofa to walk in the lapo. Let me tell you, this country, only this government I see that they're making the country to be unlawful. So that's why I was telling someone, say, if the way the country is proceeding now, I think we just have to go to Saw Beach and just put everybody outside because there's no law and order in this nation. There's no law and order. So we just get to Saw Beach and say, remember, everybody get outside. Because if people that we're expecting to guard the rule of law in this country are people that are violating, are people that are going against the rule of law, then what are we doing in this nation? You are going around lobbying. Look at the feed. They said they had a meeting, but the rule of law people didn't go there. The Kofa team did not go there. They went to have negotiations. If you know you have the number, why will you be calling for negotiation? I told you before, those that are lazy and they go on the field, or you decide they decide to fight, that the lazy one will be shouting, I will juke you, I will do it, and you can see the Zogo there. I will juke you, but they can't juke their friend. That the lazy one there. So this government does not have case against Kofa. This government does not have nothing to prove. This government does not have nothing to prove to the Liberian people. They have failed. They only came to fill their pockets. They only came to fail to get what the law. Let me tell you, I told people, I say, the people we are putting here, the man sat down for 6 years. He saw the mistakes that he made. He saw what he was to do. He did not do it. He saw the house that he was to build. He didn't build it. He saw that the number of businesses he was to get, he didn't get it. Then you go, you put him there. You think that man will make mistake? That the light of Bo Ali, that the light of Amos Stewart. You think those boys are going to sit down? And one of the things that we auction the party to do. Yes, it is true. We were like in some errors. Now the party should be looking at people that are loyal. The example, I always give you example to Abraham Gossin. My brother, there's nowhere I see someone who is loyal to the ball. Where the heat of the battle is, where there is no honey water now. You're just looking at Abraham Gossin, just looking at, he doing things there. We know when he suck the orange, right? We take the sweet from there and dash it on the ground. No one won't go around it. That's how they take it, Josh, we have to be there. Everybody now want to play the game now with Joseph Boakai. When I enter the church, for Kikron Church, when I sit down, I sit on the altar. When I sit, I look in the pew, I say, wow, the church used to come, no seat. I went to Finda birthday, my brother, 2 years back, entered the fence during her birthday. You couldn't see the ground. But I entered there, I sat down and said, yeah, Liberians, we are people that we need to know. So we actually are actually impressed of his doing. What kind of race the boy is taking in an opposition, and you wanted the battle front line general against the ruling government. My brother, only God can save the boy, only God can guard this boy, only God can pay him.
So, Big Sam, let's go back to your district, your district politics. You were you were among many people who ran for representative in district number 2. I guess you people
One of the
were
key
more than
candidates.
15.
Yes, we were like 8, 9.
Oh, 8, 9, right?
Yes.
Okay, 9 persons ran for the seat, and Honorable Sekou Kane won the seat. Today he's representative of district number 2. How do you critique his performance?
I told people why it is true that his second time going, but I told you he's in a freshman stage. We will start critiquing Honorable Kane when he doing his softball courses, me his second year, which is next year. Next year, all of the things that he have placed, budget or whatever, some all came from the budget background. We know information cannot be here with us. We want any information, we will get it. So we are looking at Honorable Kane 2026.
But he's one of the renegade lawmakers who attempted to remove the speaker, a constitutionally elected speaker, as far as going to be co-presiding to Thomas Falla, right, the deputy speaker. So he's among the renegade lawmakers.
So these are some of the points that we have against him. As I told you, his freshman course, he already has school 20 to 30. 20 to 30% because he fighting for 100%. He has scored 20 because you cannot call yourself a lawful people who made law, people who are to make good law, and you there, you people went and made that law, and you people are going against the law. Say 49. The law say 49 in chamber. You think the Liberian people were just stupid to put their money together to build a capital building that only for political activities? For you to leave from that area to go to RLG? You think capital building things supposed to be discussed in a hotel? Those people only went over there to make money and carry their girlfriend and to bluff with them. They need go over there to make a law. So these are some of the things we are going to put on the table for our people. Say we're gonna did not come to how they call it to save our people or to take our people from to the next level. Now that the district is crying, they can see him. But we have that time, 2026. It will be one of our work will be on him. We are going to put his feet on the ground. We are going to be on him every step that he take. We are going to be on him 30. We are waiting for 2026, and we are compiling all of those things that he has saying and he's not doing. We are compiling every other thing, and we are going to get him on the feet because we have nothing besides district number 2. District number 2 is where we survive. This number 2 is where we live. This number 2 is what we have. You give me any other thing now, I will say I want for district number 2 to be the best in the 73 district. So Sekou Kane time, we will be on the same radio station
So,
to expose some of the things that he's doing and other things.
being a sedition, and I mean, you are in district number 2. You were the party's candidate, meaning you were the political leader of the party in district number 2, to say it like that. How is the party in the district? How's the district leadership? What's your working level with the district leadership, the district executive committee, seditions in the district? What's your relationship?
Let me just tell you, my brother. Let me first appreciate the leadership of the district. If you see District 2 came all in numbers because we have meeting with our district leadership. We call on the coordinator, which is panel. We call on the women chair lady. We call on the zonal heads chair. We call on the youth chair, and we met at my house, and we had a fruitful meeting where we encourage people. Now that my district is not giving me hard time, they want for the due payment to be now in the district, and they are waiting to pay. They are due in numbers, and I can assure the party that 99.9% of the partisans in my district will pay their due in numbers.
So you you in district number 2. In Liberian politics, more than 70% of Liberian voters are not political party members. They're not partisans of any political parties. They vote. Yes, they vote. Many occasions, they vote for different parties, and so people who are sitting over the fence right now, who are not members of any political party, what are you doing to encourage some of them to come to the CDC?
We are speaking to them, right? And we are telling them that CDC is recalibrating to come back. And the encouragement is there. The law for the party is there. That's why I told you, my brother, Grace, the man they call George Weah, to sell him is one of the easier things in life. To sell George Weah is very easy because the young babies that are coming up, they know George Weah than Joseph Boakai. Before you talk about the Kun, when people start knowing Kun, for me, I knew Kun when we all were in Ganta, in Nimba. Kun then were baby brother then for us. But who knew Kun? It just when George Weah lobbied for Kun to become a senator. Kun know that he didn't win a clear election in Nimba. He knows that. He knows he didn't win either. He knows. He knows. We all what Prince Johnson will hear. He know that he didn't win either. He know that it is the lobbying of the former president make Kun today to become a senator. Let me tell you, Kun Kun being saying calling George Weah a common man, I laugh, eh? But in that saying, he was still calling him President George Weah. Then he called him a common man. President George Weah. Then you call him a common man. So we are talking to our people, and I can assure you we are getting good results from there. I can assure you that come 2027, the ruling party will see the zeal of the Liberian people that they don't want them.
Uh, um, there have been a lot of speculations. After the election, President Weah, speaking at his church at Fouke Clone, he said something where he wanted to retire at the age of 62 or 65. So people interpreted that as he's not running again. You know, but on Saturday, President Weah came out to make that bold declaration. He said, "We are coming back.
This is
I'm coming back."
this is why
He's running for
this
president.
is why he is called a Marxist leader. But I had a mind not to run. But when he saw his people crying for him, when he saw his people yamming for him, when he saw his people text for him, when he saw his people hungry for him, he said, "No, I cannot allow my people to fall. I cannot allow my people to go on the dream. I cannot allow my people to die." So he's coming as a savior. Come 2029, Joshua is coming as a Messiah, as a savior for this nation. And I can tell you for fact that Joshua coming back will be a tsunami.
Okay, let's go to the Nima County by-election. There's a by-election in Nima County uh, with 7 candidates contesting for that senatorial seat, including Madam Edith Gonglowe, uh, Garrison, Attorney Garrison Yelu. You have Mark Bliwon. You have George Gumpu, and you have the regime candidate. The candidate, the regime is spending a lot of public resources on. So, and based on news that has come from there in recent times, there have been some disruption in the campaign of Garrison Yelu and Garrison Yelu, Mark Bliwon, and Edith Gonglowe. Disruption of their campaign rallies by supporters of Samuel Koga. What do you have to say about the Nima
My brother,
by-election generally?
I still repeat it, right? Samuel Koga know that he's not a winner of that era. I told you when you go on a fee. I repeat again, when you go on a fee and your opponent see you that you will be the winner for that game, they see the first 2-3 minutes, you're shake up and you shake them. The next thing they will bring out, they won't bring fighting, disruption. They won't bring out disruption to just scatter the game. Now everybody will go by their will. So Samuel Koka or the Rudy Unity Party know that they are not the winner. CDC said, and I quote, that all partisan of the Monte Congress for Democratic Change, all respectful partisan should vote for any of these three, either any of them, either the Mark and the Garrison, any of them. And I can assure you, come 23rd April, which is next week Wednesday. Next week Wednesday, I can assure you, I'm sitting on the radio. I grew up in Nima. I grew up in Ganta. I graduated from the Mazar Christian Academy. I went to the Faith Academy School in Ganta City. And I can show you, Ide Gongro, why will be the next senator of Nima County come April 23rd or 22nd.
Okay, before we go to the line, the CDC released a press statement that the party, its partisans should support either of those 3 candidates, meaning they can support any of the 3 candidates, but not the regime candidate, right? Honorable Garrison Yelu, Honorable Mark Blinwan, and and the lady
Ide,
there, the
yeah.
only lady,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Edith Gonglowe. But yesterday we saw another press release. The party suspending 7 of its members from the Nimba County chapter for disobeying the party's mandate. So, what do you say about that?
When I tell you say the party is recalibrating, these are some of the mistakes we made. I cannot say I love CDC or you are my father and I did respect you. If I did respect you, then meaning I don't have love for you. I'm not loyalty. People were in the party, they were spied. And now the party is coming by. The party has decided to recalibrate. The party will not allow no disloyal partisan. The party will not allow no disrespectful partisan. Listen, we we will not tolerate people to come and be a spy on us. Let me tell you, you cannot be so and so. If you are for, you must be for. When you are against, be against. So the party took the rightful decision. The party said either three of these people you can vote for anyone there or support anyone. I said on the radio and I said on my platform, I support Madam Ide Gongruwe. The party need them. The party said anyone then we can support. You are a obedient partisan. The party did not say you should vote for the regime candidate. No, we are not to pay reward people. What are we going to support Coca for? The first 3 times Coca went over there, what a mark that Coca put over there. What we did that we can point at. So is Coca want for the Labrampo money to just be going to open another by election? Nima can they are giving Coca job. Nima Kante getting additional 6-year job. Then he lead there and manage. I said, let me tell you, if you can manage $2, they give you $100 what you manage. Koga have not managed the representative position. Then we come and get senatorial position. No.
And so, if Koga were to get elected, uh, there will be
I don't
another
want you to
by-election.
use the word
There will be
Koga.
another
I don't want you to use the word
No,
if.
this is hypothetical.
No, I don't want you to use
This
the
is
word if
hypothetical.
because you will never be
Big Sam,
elected.
this is hypothetical, right? Were Koga to be elected senator, it will be
Another
another
by-election.
by-election.
Do the government have that
And the
money?
government is saying, the international community, the US, the Europeans, USAID, how they call it, EU, and different people, international partners, are withdrawing support from Liberia based on the global financial crisis that has hit them as well as a result of the uncertainty of trade war between US and China and Canada and all and so why should you create a by-election from another one when you could just have fielded a different candidate that doesn't have job, but Koga has a job.
My brother, that space will not be created. Coca will never be elected in Niba. Never belong to God. But Nibadians are people that are clever. Nibadians are people that they know what they want. Coca already has a job. Niba, let me tell you, the regime. Coca who went against Prince Johnson, who didn't speak to Prince Johnson for time, who said Prince Johnson was the vaccine. It is the same Coca because today he won't join a Prince Johnson. You didn't correct process he gave him to prison. He's only doing it to get what he wants. So Nima Kante know Coca, Nima Kante know what they want. Nima Kante are going to reward the 3 of these Kennedy. There are 3 daughters and sons that are in the race. They will reward Maraide or Mark or Garrison. Mark my word today. Come 20 tell next week, Wednesday, you are going to come in. And as soon as any of these people win, I'm going to come back right on the radio station here to appreciate the citizens of Nima County for electing. Mostly, I'm urging all Nimanians, all voters of Nima County. I'm glad to be there. I'm elected to be in Nima County come Friday. I'm urging every one of them. I graduated from the Messiah Christian Academy, and I'm going to post in my chat room appealing in our alumni chat room, appealing to them to look at Madam Ide Gongruwe, to see reason of voting for her.
Oh, so you have already chosen?
No, I've chosen my side. Yes, I've chosen my side. My side, yeah, one of three. And I've chosen my side. My side is Madam Ire Gongruwe. I'm asking every lover of me, every supporter of me, every voter of Nimba County, every friends of me to actually see reason of electing Madam Ire Gongruwe. She knows the county, and she's the one that will take Nimba County as the way Prince Johnson was taking Nimba County.
She's the one that will take Nimba County as the way Prince Johnson was taking it. So, if you're there, you can call out on 0772 239933 0886 30 44 97. The female line is 0777 Do we have a caller? No. So, before we take callers, or before people begin to call, let's read the numbers again: 0772 239933 0886 30 44 97 0777 980375. I think we have a caller on the line. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. What's your name and where are you calling from? Caller, are you there? We lost that caller. Call us on 0772 239933 086 30 44 97 or 0777 980375 as a female line. Hello? So,
Liberia, String. Aha, y'all want to roll the punch of giant ready to take over. Like y'all want to roll beef, Papa come here again. Y'all want to roll Papa Georgie come here again. Y'all want to roll Mama Joe come here again. Y'all want to roll CD come here again. Now the whole country giant coming soon. Better move and roll. I say you're better move your roll. It's about to get away. We come here again. We want to roll city. Come here again.
okay, the callers, if you are there, the numbers are 0772 239933 0886 30 44 97. The female line is 0777 980375. So, if we don't have a caller yet, Big Stem, maybe we are going to a parting comments now because we are out of time and we got to make way for the 8 o'clock program with Gossen to win. What may be your parting comment? Okay, I think we have a caller. Hello?
Thank you. Yeah, hello, my brother. How are you? I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call from a Popo corner, down Coast Moyo. Thank you very much, my brother, for giving us this brilliant information. But I want to ask a hustle where we can knock off on our hustle places by 4 o'clock. You think by 5 person will be allowed to do our registration?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes. You can go
By
to the
5.
headquarters
You
by
think
4,
we'll
by
by 5 people will
4:30,
be
by
there to
5
do our
o'clock.
registration?
Yes, you can.
All right.
You
Thank
can.
you very much. I want to get thank you for education.
Thank you. Do we have another caller? Okay, so I think we will only take one call today. So, Big Sam, What's your parting comment?
Okay, we first want to say many thanks and appreciation to the Kings FM family again, and we want to highly appreciate the acting national chairman of the Congress for Democratic Change, Anthony Jangaku, and his hard-working team. You know what it means for a family man to just leave the house, go and sit to the party headquarters where there's no pay, nothing. He go and sit down there is because of the love. And we want to again appreciate Abraham Gossignon for his show. We ask that God give him strength, that God protect him, and each and every one of you that buttressing his effort. We want to say thank you, and we want to thank our former president and the standard bearer of the Congress for Democratic Change. We want to say, Dr. the Josh Manor, we ask that God give you long life, God grant your heart desire. And to all citizens, we are asking every one of us to come back on base. There's nowhere better than home. No unity party will never trust you. No party can trust you the way CDC have trusted. One of the things we have now, the mark we have is CDC. One of the things that people can describe us now as sedition. Let me tell you, there's nowhere that you can go that people cannot show you that mark. You have been marked, so nothing should allow you, no corrupt communication should corrupt your mind. No evil communication should corrupt your mind. So we are asking each and every one of us to come back home to fix our differences. Let me tell you, down to Josh, we are disenchanted. Every one of us from standard bearer down, everybody is disenchanted. You know why? Josh, we have to feed that people. He gave money to people to go run campaign. They lie to him. They fool him. That's why partisan feeder, they couldn't get the raffle money to go run campaign. So everybody have differences. Everybody have different things. So we need to swallow the bitterness and come back and fix our bed for us to lay down on a better come 2029. So we are asking everyone else to come back and let God bless us
to fix our
together.
bitterness and come back home. On that note, we come to the end of today's edition of the program, the CDC Hour. Before I go, let me say again, the Supreme Court of Liberia has issued citation for their ruling in the Bill of Information filed by Speaker J. Fonati Kofa for the 23rd of April 2025. That is on next week, Wednesday. So the country eagerly awaits that ruling, traditions await that ruling, the nation await that ruling, and the international community itself await that ruling. On that note, I say thank you. I'm your host, Ishaka Sharif. Bye-bye.
We coming again. Who wanna roll CDC coming again? Who wanna roll job? We are coming again. Who wanna roll Mama Joe? We're coming again. Open the roll CDC coming again. Now they all country giant coming so. Oh, she calls me. I be a glad she come and I be a glad she take more.